Welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Erica, and I'm so glad you're here with me again today. You know, whether you're tuning in during your morning walk, a quiet coffee break, or maybe even while pretending to work. Hey, no judgment. This is your little corner of the internet where we slow down, learn something new, and just enjoy the beauty of the English language together. So take a breath, relax, and let's dive into today's episode. We've got some fun stuff lined up, and as always, a few surprises too.
And I'm Jimmy. We've got another fun and super useful episode lined up for you today, especially if you're just starting out or you're at the elementary level. And trust me, you're in exactly the right place, because today's episode is all about making things simple, clear, and, yep, a little bit fun too. Not the boring kind of learning where you feel stuck, but the kind that makes you go, oh, okay, now that makes sense. So if you've ever found yourself thinking, where do I even begin, or how do I make this all stick then? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We're going to walk through it nice and easy with tips, tricks, and examples that actually help. And hey, if you want to grab a notebook, go ahead. Or if you're more of a sit back and just listen type, that's cool too. Either way, we're glad you're here and we're excited to get started. So take a breath, shake off the nerves, and let's dive right in.
That's right. Today we're taking you to the supermarket, and not just for a regular trip. Oh no, we're going there to listen and learn the real-life phrases people use when they're paying for groceries. And I'm talking about both sides here, not just the customers, but also the cashiers, because there's a little dance that happens at the checkout counter, right from the friendly greetings to the little things people say when they're checking prices or pulling out their wallet, or even when something doesn't scan properly. It's all part of the experience, and it's actually a great place to hear everyday natural language in action. We'll walk you through how people greet each other, what kind of small talk happens while the items are getting scanned, and even what someone might say if they're using a card or paying cash, or if they're in a bit of a hurry. So whether you're a total beginner or you've been learning for a while, this one's gonna help you feel more confident and more ready the next time you're standing in line at the checkout. It's going to be useful, it's going to be fun, and yep, you might even pick up a few expressions you've never heard before. So stick around, because we're just getting started.
This lesson was actually requested by one of our listeners who reached out and said, hey, I'd really love to learn more about what people actually say when they're checking out at a store. So, of course, we thought, yeah, that's a great idea, and here we are. And honestly, it makes sense, right? Because checkout is one of those moments where real-life conversation happens. Quick, casual, sometimes a little funny, and always super useful, especially when you're trying to get comfortable with everyday English. And what's cool is that you're going to hear both sides of it, the things customers usually say, and the kind of phrases cashiers use too. So if you've ever stood at a counter thinking, what do I say now? Or felt unsure about what someone just said to you, you're not alone. We've all been there. And that's exactly why we're covering it today, to make it easier, less awkward, and a lot more natural for you the next time you're buying something. So yeah, huge thanks to the listener who suggested this one. Seriously, great pick. And hey, if you've got ideas too, don't be shy. Send them in. We love hearing from you. All right, let's keep it going.
Okay, let's dive into our dialogue. And this part is where it really gets fun, because you'll hear exactly how a typical conversation sounds when someone's checking out at the grocery store. And I want you to really listen closely to the phrases the customer uses and the responses from the cashier, because these are the kinds of expressions that come up every single day in real life. And sometimes they're super short and simple, like, hi, how are you? Or do you need a bag? But they can also include little jokes or polite ways of handling small situations like price checks or change, or when someone forgets to scan their loyalty card. So don't just focus on the words, listen for the tone, the rhythm, and the kind of back and forth that makes it all feel natural. because that's where the magic is. And if it feels fast at first, don't worry. We'll break it all down afterwards, step by step. And explain everything, so you're not just memorizing lines, you're actually learning how to use them. All right, let's jump in and see how it sounds in action.
Excuse me, sir. I just wanted to let you know that this is actually the express checkout lane, which is meant for people with 15 items or fewer. And it looks like you've got quite a bit more than that going on in your cart. I mean, I totally get it. Sometimes we're in a hurry or we don't notice the sign up there, but we do try to keep this lane moving quickly for folks who are just grabbing a few things. You know, quick in, quick out kind of deal. If you wouldn't mind heading over to one of the regular lanes, that'd be great. They're moving pretty fast right now too, and they'll be able to get you all checked out without holding up the line here. Thanks for understanding. I really appreciate it.
Oh, come on. I've got 16 items, not 60. It's just one over the limit, and they're small things too. I mean, look at this. Does a pack of gum even count as a whole item? Cut me some slack, will you? I've been waiting in line. I'm not trying to hold up the whole store or anything. Just trying to grab my stuff and get out like everyone else. Come on, rules are good, sure, but there's gotta be room for a little bit of human flexibility, right? I mean, unless you've got a secret siren you're about to press that kicks me out of the lane or something, I promise I'll be quick. I'll swipe pay and be gone in 30 seconds flat.
Fine. Go ahead and place your items right there on the belt, please. And if you could just push your cart forward a bit, that'd be helpful. Thank you. And yeah, we'll get through this quickly. No worries. All right. Now, before I start bagging, do you prefer paper or plastic? Just let me know what works best for you. Some folks like paper because it's a little sturdier. Others go for plastic since it's easier to carry or reuse. Totally up to you. And hey, no judgment either. Way I've seen people bring their own bags made out of everything from canvas to old t-shirts. So just say the word and we'll get your stuff packed the way you like it.
Plastic, please. That's easier for me to carry. And yeah, actually, I almost forgot. I've got a couple of coupons here somewhere. Hang on a second. Let me just dig through my wallet real quick. I swear they were right here a minute ago. You know how these things always disappear when you actually need them, right? Okay, found them. Got them. Here we go. And don't worry, they're not expired. I checked this morning. Just in case, I've been saving these for a trip like this. So yeah, plastic's good. And here are the coupons. Coupons too, thanks.
No problem. I'll take those. Go ahead and hand them over. All right, let me just scan these real quick and, Okay, sir, it looks like these coupons actually expired yesterday. Just missed it by a day. Yeah, I know, that's the worst. Right when you think you're saving a few bucks, and then bam, tiny print at the bottom ruins the party. And trust me, you're not the first one. This happens to all the time, trying to use coupons that are just barely out of date. I mean, one day off feels so unfair, doesn't it? If I could override it, I would. But unfortunately, the system won't accept them past the expiration date, even by a few hours. It's really strict about that. I'm sorry.
Darn. I guess it's just not my day, huh? First the express lane thing, and now this coupon drama. I should have stayed home and ordered takeout or something. But hey, thanks anyway. I appreciate you checking them for me. Really, I do. Not your fault. The system's got a mind of its own, right? All right, moving on. Do you guys take club cards or loyalty cards, or should I just go ahead and pay in cash? I mean, whatever's easier for you. I've got both right here in my wallet. And hopefully, this time I won't spend 5 minutes digging for them like I did with the coupons. Seriously though, just let me know what you need and we'll wrap this up.
Yes, we do take club cards. Go ahead and swipe or scan it right here whenever you're ready, and I'll make sure it applies to your total. No problem at all. Some folks forget they even have one until the last second, and then they're like, oh, wait, I've got one. Happens all the time. All right, now, once that's done, how would you like to pay today? Debit or credit? Totally your call. Some people swear by debit, others won't touch anything but their credit card. And then, There's always that one person who pulls out a giant bag of coins, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go again. So, what's it gonna be? Card swipe, tap, chip, or are you pulling a surprise on me today?
Debit, please. I'll just go ahead and tap it right here. And, oh hey, actually, while I'm at it, could I also get $50 cash back? Yeah, I always forget to ask until the last second, and then I'm standing there like, oops, too late. Might as well grab it now before I end up at the ATM later kicking myself for not doing it here, right? And hey, with the way things cost these days, it's like $50 barely lasts a day. So yeah, debit's good and 50 cash back. If that's all right, just saving myself a second trip, you know.
Sure, no problem. Your total comes to $78.30, and that includes your 50 cash back. Just in case you're wondering where that little jump came from. Happens all the time. People see the total and go, wait a minute, what did I even buy? All right, here's your receipt. Just gonna fold it up for you real nice so it doesn't fly away the moment you step outside, like it's trying to escape from your wallet. And there you go, all set. Thanks for shopping. Hey, have a really nice day out there. Stay cool if it's hot or dry, or if it's raining, or just safe in general. Whatever the weather's up to out there right now, take care.
Thanks, you too. Hope your shift goes by fast and nobody tries to check out with like 100 items in the express lane again today, huh? That'll I chuckle. Seriously though, you've been super helpful. Appreciate it. And hey, maybe I'll actually remember my coupons next time and they won't be expired for once. All right, take care and yeah, have a great rest of your day.
Well, that guy somehow pulled it off, didn't he? He got through the checkout line even after showing up with one too many items for the express lane and trying to sneak in some expired coupons. I mean, come on, you got to admire the confidence though, right? And the cashier handled it like a pro. Didn't even flinch, just kept it moving like, yep, seen this movie before, a dozen times today alone. But hey, in the end, he paid his total, got his $50 cash back, and walked out. Like a champ. So I guess that's a win in grocery store terms.
Yeah, and honestly, that whole little scene was packed with super useful everyday phrases. I mean, phrases you'll actually hear and use in real life, not the textbook stuff that makes people sound like robots. And the cool part is, they're not just useful, they're super natural and common. Like, you'll literally hear them every time you go shopping or stand in line at a store, for example. For example, cut me some slack. Now that's not something you'd find in a beginner grammar book, right? But people say it all the time when they want someone to go easy on them. Like the guy with 16 items trying to sneak through the express lane, bold move, by the way. And then there's the classic paper or plastic question. You get that almost without fail at checkout, although now some stores ask if you brought your own bags. But still, the phrase is everywhere. And then things like, do you want cash back or credit or debit? These are phrases that catch people off guard if they never heard them before, especially in a fast-paced, real-life setting where the cashier's talking quickly and you've got a line behind you. So yeah, it's super important to get comfortable with these. We'll break them down one by one and make sure you really get how and when to use them.
First, we heard express checkout lane, and yeah, that's basically the VIP fast track for shoppers who only grabbed like a few things, maybe a sandwich, a soda, and a candy bar, you know, that kind of speed shopping. Usually, it's limited to 10 or 15 items or fewer, and they really mean it too. Like, if you show up with a full cart, you might get some serious side eyes from people behind you, or even a polite but pointed reminder from the cashier. Add a small chuckle, like our guy in the dialogue who clearly had more than 15 items, but tried to charm his way through it anyway. Bold move, right? And honestly, sometimes you'll see signs that say 15 items or fewer, and not less. That's actually a whole grammar debate, by the way. Fewer for countable items, less for uncountable, but we'll save that rabbit hole for another day. The main thing is, when you're in that express lane, just keep it light, quick and under the limit, unless you want to be the star of everyone's silent judgment.
Next, the cashier said, put your items on the belt. And now, if you're picturing a leather belt holding up your jeans, hang on, because in this case, the belt isn't a fashion accessory. It's actually that long, black, moving strip at the checkout counter. You know, the one that slowly creeps forward, carrying your groceries toward the cashier like a tiny, lazy treadmill for food. And usually there's a little divider, too, that you place between your stuff and the next person. So your frozen pizza doesn't accidentally get scanned with someone else's shampoo. But yeah, when the cashier says, put your items on the belt, that's your cue to start unloading your shopping cart and place everything up there in a way that makes it easier to scan. Like maybe put all the cans together or keep frozen stuff at the end. Some people even get strategic about it, like they've been training for Checkout Olympics. And hey, bonus tip, if the belt's moving, just give it a second. The cashier usually controls it. So no need to push your groceries and hope for the best. Just stay calm, keep placing, and let the belt do its thing.
Then the customer mentioned coupons, and oh man, coupons, those tiny magical pieces of paper people dig out of wallets or purses like treasure maps. And sometimes they're crumpled like they've survived a hurricane in there, but they still proudly hand them over like, here's my golden ticket to save 25 cents on cereal. And yeah, a coupon can be a printed slip or a code on your phone, and it gives you a discount, like buy one get one free or save 10% on apples. Or sometimes those weird ones like save $1.37 on any frozen entree over 12 ounces. And the thing is, people really get into couponing. Some even walk into stores with full binders, like they're negotiating a merger, not buying toilet paper. And it's always a little dramatic when the cashier scans the coupon and the register beeps like it's saying, yep, savings confirmed. Or sometimes it doesn't beep at all, and then comes the dreaded line. Sorry, sir, this one expired yesterday. But hey, even when they don't work, you gotta give the coupon warriors credit. They tried to beat the system with a scrap of paper and a dream.
Unfortunately, his coupons had expired. Yep, expired, meaning the clock ran out, game over, no discounts today. And to expire basically means the date printed on the thing has come and gone, like it waved goodbye yesterday, and now it's just a useless piece of paper pretending it still matters. And it's just like when you open your fridge and spot milk from last week and you're like, maybe it's fine. And then you take one sniff and oh, nope, that's definitely expired. Or like your driver's license that expired 2 months ago, but you only realize it when you're at the airport, and suddenly it's not just a card anymore. It's a reminder you should have gone to the DMV last month. And yeah, poor guy thought he was gonna save a few bucks, and instead, the cashier hit him with the, sorry sir, like it's a mini heartbreak at the register. And he just stood there with that look people get when they know they lost the battle but are trying to stay cool like it's fine, even though deep down they really wanted those 50 cents off their cookies.
Another useful term is club card. And no, it's not some shiny VIP badge that gets you into a nightclub with strobe lights and music. It's actually way less exciting. But hey, if you're a regular at the grocery store, it's practically your golden ticket to tiny victories at the checkout line. Oh look, you just saved $1. 25 on cereal because you scanned a little plastic card. Congratulations, sir, you're officially a budget ninja. And yeah, most stores give you one for free. You just fill out a form, maybe give them your email so they can send you 10,000 promotions every week, and boom, you're part of the club. And when the cashier asks, do you have a club card? There's always that one person who dramatically pulls it out like it's a badge of honor. Like, of course I do. And honestly, it's just a smart move because that thing racks up points, gives you discounts, and sometimes you even get those random buy one, get one deals that make you feel like you're beating the system, even though really you're just buying more stuff. But hey, if saving 80 cents makes your day, the club card's got your back.
And then he asked for cash back, which honestly always sounds a bit like he's expecting a reward for shopping. Like, congratulations, sir, you've spent $78, $30, and won yourself $50 in crisp bills. But really, it just means when you're paying with a debit card, you can ask the cashier to give you extra money from your account right there on the spot, so you don't have to hunt down an ATM like it's some rare Pokemon. And yeah, it's super convenient, especially if you're one of those people who never carries cash anymore and then suddenly need it, like when the food truck only takes cash or your friend insists on splitting. Dinner with exact change, so instead of stepping out and looking for an ATM that probably charges a convenience fee that's anything but convenient, you just say, "Can I get $50 cash back?" And boom! The drawer opens like a treasure chest, and you get your green paper without leaving the checkout lane. Just don't forget to grab it, or you'll walk out richer in groceries, but poorer in cash. True story, Jimmy. It's happened to me once. And the worst part, I didn't even realize till I was halfway home.
That's right, and he also said something super casual. Cut me some slack now. That's one of those phrases that just slips out when you're caught in a tight spot and hoping for mercy. Like you're standing in the express checkout lane with a cart that's definitely pushing the item limit, and you're just like, hey, cut me some slack. I'm not robbing the place, just trying to buy some cereal and almond milk, and what it really means is, give me a break. Don't go by the book just this once. The other way, maybe pretend you didn't count the items in my cart out loud. And it's the kind of thing you might say to your boss when you show up 5 minutes late, or to your teacher when you forgot your homework, or even to your little niece when she catches you sneaking the last cookie. Like, hey, cut me some slack. It's been a long day, okay? And honestly, it's got that mix of guilt and charm. Like, you know you're bending the rules, but you're hoping the other person will smile and let it slide. Classic survival line, really. And in that grocery store moment, he tossed it out like a tiny verbal life raft, hoping the cashier wouldn't toss him out of the express lane. And you know what? Sometimes it actually works.
Exactly. And he also said, "It's just not my day." And that line hits home, doesn't it? Because you don't say that when just one thing goes wrong. You say it when the universe decides it's gonna test your patience. Like you wake up late, spill coffee on your shirt, miss the bus, get stuck behind someone writing a check in the fast lane, and then, boom, your coupons are expired too. And in that moment, all you can do is sigh and say, "Well, it's just not my day," like a verbal shrug. As if you're letting the world know, "You surrender. Please go easy on me now." And honestly, it's one of those phrases that has a little sadness and a little humor mixed together. Like, you're not really mad, you're just tired of the chaos piling up and hoping tomorrow treats you better. And people use it everywhere, at work, at home, even when you burn your toast and drop your phone in the same 5 minutes. So yeah, it's one of those everyday expressions that makes you feel like you're not alone in the struggle. And when that customer said it, I think even the cashier felt a little sympathy. Like, "Yup, buddy, we've all had those days."
All of these are super common in real English, especially in American grocery stores. And trust me, I've heard every single one of them at least twice during a single trip to the supermarket. Like it's almost like stepping into a live language lesson with carts instead of chairs, and discount signs instead of whiteboards, and people aren't even trying to teach you anything. They're just talking naturally. And boom, you're getting phrases like "cut me some slack" and "do you take club?" Cards, and "can I get cash back" without even cracking open a textbook? And yeah, especially when you're in line behind someone who clearly brought their entire pantry up to the express checkout lane, you'll hear it all. Sighs, apologies, expired coupons, maybe even a "sorry, I'm having one of those days" with a nervous laugh. And honestly, it's like a little play being acted out right there in front of the cereal display. And that's why these phrases stick, because they're real, and they come with real reactions, real faces, and sometimes a cashier who just chuckles and says, "No worries, we've all been there." So yeah, next time you're at the store, listen carefully. You might just learn more English in 5 minutes than in a whole grammar lesson.
Oh, and did you know in the US, a lot of cashiers are actually high school or college students working part-time? It's kind of like a rite of passage over here. Like your first taste of responsibility and minimum wage and standing on your feet for hours while trying to smile at someone who just yelled at you about a coupon that expired in 2019. And honestly, it's one of the most common first jobs ever over here. Ask anyone, and they'll say, "Yep, worked at a grocery store for 6 months during junior year," or "used to bag groceries before I even had a driver's license." And that's where so many people get their first real-world lessons, like how to count change fast or how to survive small talk with a stranger who tells you their entire life story while buying frozen peas. And it's funny because you think it's just scanning barcodes, but nope, it's scanning barcodes while trying to not look bored while your manager stares at you from 3 lanes away. So yeah, next. Time you see a young cashier, there's a good chance they're juggling exams, part-time hours, and 3 different customers asking, "Do you take Apple Pay?" all at once. Welcome to the American teenage experience.
And speaking of stores, coupons are seriously a big deal here in the US. Like, we're not even joking. Some folks treat it like a full-time job. They've got folders, binders, Ziploc bags full of tiny paper squares, color-coded by expiration date and product type. And yeah, people still clip them out of newspapers like it's 1995. And they also use apps now and websites that basically scream, "Save $1 here, save 50 cents there." And it sounds small, but hey, it adds up. And believe it or not, there are shoppers who literally sit down with coupons spread out across the kitchen table like they're solving a murder case, and they'll plan an entire week's worth of meals just to match the deals. Like, okay, we're having spaghetti all week because pasta sauce is buy one, get one free. And some are so into it, they even show up at the store with printed spreadsheets. I've seen it, not even kidding. And they'll tell you proudly how they saved $42.37. And walk away like they just won a gold medal in Olympic bargain hunting. It's serious business in some households. Couponing is almost like a sport. And when you hear someone say, "Oh, I got that for free with a coupon," trust me, they mean it. And they probably did it with a big grin on their face, because nothing beats the rush of telling someone, "Guess how much I paid for this 6-pack of paper towels? $0."
Amazing how much you can save if you use them right. Seriously, like it blows my mind every time I see someone in front of me at the checkout and their total drops from $70 to like $22 after a few beeps and a confident little stack of coupons, and I'm just standing there holding my one sad bottle of almond milk thinking, wow, I really missed out, didn't I? And it's not even just groceries. Like, people use coupons for clothes, shoes, electronics, even pizza delivery. I once saw someone get a free medium pizza just because they remembered a code from a flyer in their mailbox. And there's actually a bit of an art to it too, like timing your coupons with store sales or stacking digital ones with paper ones. And you can almost hear that little victory music in your head when the cashier says, "Oh wow, that worked." And when they hand over that long receipt that says you saved $36.80. Today, people walk away like champions, like coupon warriors, I swear. And Jimmy, don't laugh, but I once saw someone high-five the cashier after a huge discount. And I thought, hey, maybe I should start doing this too. But yeah, if you really know what you're doing, it's kind of amazing what you can pull off, just with those little slips of magic.
Absolutely. Well, that wraps up today's episode. We hope you found it useful and fun and maybe even got a little chuckle or two out of it. Seriously, if we managed to teach you something and make you smile at the same time, then hey, that's a win-win in my book. And who knew a trip to the grocery store could be packed with so many phrases and surprises? Right from expired coupons to cashback requests to that poor guy just trying to survive the express lane. Like, come on, man. We've all been there, haven't we? And honestly, Erica, I think next time I go shopping, I might just bring a mic and record it, because apparently every checkout line is a language lesson waiting to happen. But hey, before we go, remember, keep practicing these expressions. Try them out next time you're shopping. And who knows, maybe you'll impress your cashier and get a discount just for sounding fluent. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm Jimmy, and this was
It's a good one. See you next time.
If you liked this episode, don't forget to share it with your friends and subscribe to the English Learning Podcast for more real English in real situations. And hey, come on, if you laughed even once or went, "Oh, that makes sense," then you've got to pass it on, right? Trust me, your friends will thank you, especially the ones who've ever stood in line with expired coupons or tried to whisper cash back like it's a secret code. And honestly, every episode is like a little adventure into everyday English. So if today's grocery store drama gave you some new phrases to try out, just imagine what's coming next. We're talking restaurants, airports, awkward conversations, you name it. And if you're thinking, meh, I'll remember to subscribe later, spoiler alert, you won't. So do it now. Tap that subscribe button and join us next time, because the English gets real and sometimes the laughs do too. This is Erica, signing off, but only until the next episode. See you soon.
Thanks for joining us. And until next time, keep learning and keep practicing. And hey, don't just practice once and call it a day, all right? Keep it going like you're training for an English marathon. Even if it's just repeating express checkout lane while standing in line at the store, or whispering, "Cut me some slack" when your friend judges your snack choices. Every little moment counts, and you'll be surprised how fast it all adds up. So stick with us, because we've got so much more coming, and it's not just grammar drills and serious stuff. No, we're talking real language, the kind that makes you go, oh, that's how they actually say it. So yeah, keep that curiosity alive. Keep hitting replay if something made you smile, and of course, bring that energy back next episode, because we're only just getting started. This is Jimmy signing off for now, but not for long. Until then, take care, stay curious, and hey, maybe even find a new phrase at the grocery store. Just don't forget your club card. All right, bye for now.
Bye, everyone. And seriously, thanks for sticking with us through grocery aisles, coupons belts, and club cards. I mean, who knew a trip to the supermarket could teach us this much English, right? And hey, next time you're at the checkout and the cashier says, "Cash back?" you'll smile to yourself and go, "Oh yeah, I got this." So keep listening, keep laughing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep having fun with it. Because that's what language is really about. Not just rules and grammar, but all those little human moments. All right, I'm Erica, and I'll catch you next time. Same podcast, same awesome energy. Take care, and don't forget your receipt. Bye for now.
Da 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 da.